What's up, everybody? So, got one of the best mail days I've had in a long time, and probably won't be able to buy much after this mail day. But anyway, I have two pretty epic cards that I'll be showing off. Then a PSA reveal, and I also have some cards that I'm thinking about doing another PSA submission, but focused on vintage. So I wanted to show you guys some of the cards I'm thinking about. You'll probably think that I'm nuts, especially after the PSA cards that I just got back didn't do particularly that well, at least in my opinion, on the PSA submission. And then the cards that I'm thinking about submitting are like lower end vintage cards. But anyway, let's get to the epic cards first. So the first card that I just got is a really, really awesome card to kind of add to my Babe Ruth collection. It is the 1932 Sinella Margarine Babe Ruth Type 2. And just a beautiful, beautiful card. I'm very excited about getting this in hand. And you can see here on the back, everything's in German. So these were produced in 1932 as part of Sinella Margarine, and there's different types. You can see here, this is type 2. It says Sinella at the bottom, and you can see here Sinella is at the bottom, and I guess there's a type where it's in the middle, and so this is one of the interesting, Babe Ruth cards, really affordable, if you compare it to some of the cards that I have in the background, such as the 1933 Gaudi Ruth. This is a lot less expensive than the 33 Gaudi or even the 35 Gaudi. The main reason I think is because of the population. It's not a very rare card at all. I think there's the population on the Type 2 alone is over 1,000. So for a card from 1932, it's not a very rare card. And if you guys are looking at picking up like a 1930s Babe Ruth, this might be the card to get. And this one is, I thought, really nicely centered. Not perfect, but really nicely centered. And I have no idea why it's only a 5. I've tried looking at it. I don't see any particular issues with the card. It's kind of interesting because it almost doesn't feel like a sports card. It's almost like maybe it feels like a postcard almost. So I could understand if you argue that this is not even a sport card, but I love it. I think it's a great image of Babe Ruth and the pinstripes. I'm assuming one of his 700 plus home runs. So just really happy about this, and interesting that it has German on the background, right around World War II. Love this card. I finally added another Babe Ruth card to my collection. The other big card that I just got, and you guys know that I've recently picked up the Satchel Paige, the 49 Bowman Satchel Paige, the 49 Bowman Jackie Robinson I've had in my collection for a while. And I saw this, I saw it on eBay, an auction, and decided to bid on it and won. Now I will be adding the Roy Campanella rookie to this collection, and this card is insane. And you can see here, this is a 4, and this is a 7.5. The interesting thing about this card, it's half the price, and it's double the grade. So in terms of, if you compare it to the Satchel Paige rookie, and yes, I'm calling it a rookie, I don't care. This is... I know a lot of people, you get the 48 Leaf Jackie and Satchel Paige, but the more I research, the more I learn that the Leaf cards were basically produced in 49, and these should all be considered rookie cards, which is interesting because I think these in some ways are undervalued because to some people, some collectors, it's not considered a rookie, and the 48 on the Satchel Paige and the Jackie is considered a second-year card. But the cool thing with the Roy Campanella is there is no Leaf card from that 48-49 Leaf set. So this one is undisputably a rookie card, although there's probably some random card is. I'm waiting for somebody that really, what about the 46 Campanella, Sinella card or something like that, but whatever. So just a beautiful card to add to the collection. Like I said, half the price for double the grade versus the Satchel Paige. You know, and he spent a lot of his career in a similar to Satchel Paige in the minor leagues and the Negro leagues, and finally got an opportunity, I think in 48 or 49, was in a bunch of World Series. I think he was a World Series in 49 against the Yankees. The Dodgers and the Yankees were in a bunch of World Series together, and I believe the Dodgers, don't hold me on this, but I think the Dodgers beat the Yankees in the 55 World Series. And Roy Campanella and Jackie Robinson and Duke Snider were all part of that team. This is a hell of a team, by the way. I think that Pee Wee Reese, too. Pee Wee Reese, Jackie Robinson, Roy Campanella. I'm surprised they only won one World Series with the Dodgers, but really excited to add that to my collection. So there you have it, guys. The 349 Bowman cards. Would love to continue to add to my 49 Bowman collection. I think it's for me a lot more eye appeal than the Leaf set. And you know, you can see I have this is from the 48-49 Leaf set, and then I have the Jackie Robinson. I just like the 49 Bowman set better. Let me know what you guys think I should get next. You know, there's the Duke Snider from that set. There's Phil Rizzuto's a really cool card from that set. There's a couple of other big cards. One of the Stan Musial is another card that I'd love to get. So anyway, all right. So on to the PSA submission. I submitted, I think, like 50 plus cards, and I'll just go through it real quick. Lots of duds here and there, but I got this Julio Rodriguez in a PSA 8. I submitted this because it's numbered to 299. I was worried with the black borders it wouldn't do well, and sure enough, it came back as an 8. This one really hurt. So this is a card that was one of the best cards. I got a PSA 6 on this Bobby Witt 2022 Topps Update. This is a card that it was a redemption. Got the redemption back, came back like this. I immediately put it into a top holder and submitted it. I have no idea why it's only a 6. This was without a doubt the biggest disappointment of the submission. Actually was happy with this. I knew this is off center on the Jose Abreu Topps Chrome. Got a 9 on the 2012 Topps Allen and Ginter Mike Trout. Let's see. Submitted this. I think I got this Julio in a rookie explosion box. I don't know how it got a 9. It looked about as perfect as it can look. Got a 9 on the Sapphire Julio. There's a 10. I got a 10 on the short print Jacob deGrom. And of course, I got a 10 on the Torkelson. Of course, would love it to be the other way around. Love to get a 10 on the Julio and a 9 on the Spencer Torkelson, but it is what it is. Let's see some other cards. Gold Julio. I knew this was off center, but rough to get an 8. Got a 9 on this Mark Jackson. Definitely was happy with this to get a 9 on a 1990 Hoops Mark Jackson. I thought I could get like a 7 or an 8, but I still wanted to get it slabbed. Bobby Witt's Black Gold got an 8. I don't know how that got an 8. This might have been the best card of the submission. This, I believe, was a pack out of the rookie explosion box. 2005 Topps Justin Verlander came back as a PSA 10. So that's really awesome. To get a card from 2005, come back as a PSA 10. I knew this wouldn't grade well, but PSA 7, you want an 8 or a 9, obviously way off center, but I wanted to get this slabbed. I think Bryce Harper is like a shoe-in Hall of Famer one day, and still has a lot to accomplish in his career. Julio Rodriguez, Mega Box, PSA 9. Jordan Walker, who, at the time that I submitted this was, top prospect, was going to, play for the Cardinals and has already been sent down to the minor leagues. And then a PSA 9 on the Jeremy Pena, so both from 2020. Submitted this 87 Topps Tiffany. You guys might remember I bought a whole set of 87 Topps Tiffany and the traded set. Submitted a bunch of cards. This is one of the cards I hadn't submitted. So I was actually happy I got a 9 on that. Most of the cards I've gotten graded from this Tiffany set have come back as a 7 or an 8. So happy to get that. Mike Piazza got a 9. Oh, this is cool. 1982 Topps. I thought this card looked perfect, and so I submitted it. I know it's just an Ozzie Virgil rookie, Ozzie Virgil Mark Davis, but it looked like it might come back as a 10, so I submitted it. Got a 9. Tough to get a 10 on a 1982 card. 1983 Topps. Tony Gwynn came back as an 8. Bought this card during COVID. I remember going to the local card store with a mask on and buying it, and was happy to get an 8. Bobby Miller, one of the top prospects for the Dodgers, came back as a PSA 10. This is the Sparkle Refractor. Got a 10 on the Gunnar Henderson Chrome and a 9 on the Pete Crow Armstrong Refractor. Spencer Strider, who's one of the best up-and-coming pitchers, got this 9 on the Chrome Refractor. I don't know why I submitted this. I just wanted to get a 2023 Topps card slabbed for some reason, and thought this was a sure thing PSA 10. I don't know how it got a 9, so that was really disappointing. Let's see. We got a 9 on the Julio Black Gold, an 8 somehow on this Kirilloff Wave Refractor. Again, if I knew I was going to get an 8, I would never submit that. Stephen Kwan short print came back as a 10. So on the 2 short prints, the Jacob deGrom and the Stephen Kwan both came back as 10s, which I was happy about. Then we got the Trout 2012 came back as a 6. Who knows what happened there. I submitted, I think, like 4 Jackson Holidays. Didn't get a 10 on any of them. Got an 8 on the refractor, a 9 on the Chrome. Got a 9 on this refractor. I don't know what was going on. Again, pack pulled, put right into top loaders. Maybe there's a thumbprint on it or something. This is a pretty awesome card. Got this at the Atlantic City National. Bought a couple of boxes with silver packs, and this is one of the cards that I got. The Bobby Witt National Rapper Redemption. Got a 10 on that. Jordan Walker, who I just mentioned, got a 9 on this. Had to get this Donnie Baseball. It's one of my favorite Donnie Baseball cards. The All-Star card. It didn't look perfect, but I just wanted to get it slabbed. Was hoping for a 9. Got an 8 on that. Let's see, some more Sonic the Hedgehog, Julio Rodriguez, PSA 8. Update refractor of Bryce Harper in a 9. Trevor Story running in a 9. Mike Trout 2013 in a 9. So, whatever. Juan Yepez got a 10 on that. I guess I'm happy about it. But look at this, Andrew Painter. I don't know, again, I got a 10 on the Bobby Witt. I don't know how I got a 7 on the Andrew Painter, but who knows? One of the top, I think he's a top 10 prospect right now, which is why I submitted it to 50. These are 2 really nice ones. The Kyle Manzardo Green, I believe this is numbered to 99, came back as a 10, and the auto came back as a 10. So that's, and he's one of the top prospects for the Rays. So these are 2 big ones for me. Came back as a 10. And then the final 2 for me, Jeremy Pena, which I thought this was off center. So I was surprised to get a 10 on this, but then surprised to get a 9 on this, as far as I could tell, perfect looking Judd Fabian came back as a 9. My buddy Chris submitted some cards. He had some better cards to submit. So he got an 8 on this Julio, but did well on some of the other cards. So he got this Tatis Chrome Gold Minted, came back as a 10. Submitted 2 purples, the Torkelson and the Julio, similar to me, but he got a 9 on both. So 9 on those. But here are 2 really nice cards. Here's the short print Julio, came back as a 10, so he did really well. And then this Julio Topps Chrome Black came back as a 10. He submitted this. This is an awesome card. The Topps 1952 Recreate 2021. Unfortunately, this is the card he was hoping for the most. Unfortunately, came back as a PSA 8, but really looks nice in the slab. Again, I'm not sure. I saw there was a little bit of a ding in the bottom left-hand corner. I tried to flatten it out as best I could, but it came back as an 8. He got a 10 on this Jason Dominguez, 9 on the Chrome with a 10 on this Shohei Ohtani. So I picked out some of the cards that I thought looked best for him. There were some cards I did not submit. This one's nice. The Aaron Judge Chrome Refractor 2015 Bowman Draft. But again, I don't know what was going on with the Jackson Holidays. 4 Jackson Holiday Chromes, not 110 came back. And then the final 2 for him, the Julio Rodriguez. I think he didn't go, he actually wasn't able to make it to the National, but got a couple silver packs afterwards and got this Julio and got a 10 on that one. And the finest came back as a 9. And then finally, just to kind of wrap up this, epic mail day, I have some cards that I'm interested in maybe submitting. Vintage cards. You guys know vintage cards have been on the rise. But a lot of these are just sort of from my childhood collection that I thought it would be fun to get slabbed. I have this Roy Campanella that has been sitting. It's kind of a disaster. Like, look at that. It's going to come back as a 1, but just thought it'd be nice to get it slabbed. It's been sitting in like a box of commons, and I don't know what to do with it. And I thought maybe I'll just get it slabbed so it looks nice. Some other cards, I got this 52 Topps Dale Mitchell. What the hell? Again, cards from my childhood collection that I just want to get slabbed. Robin Roberts card. Another 52 Topps Billy Johnson. A Luke Easter. I think that's 54 Topps Luke Easter. An Earl Torgerson. Again, I don't expect these cards to get, fantastic grades, but I am considering submitting them. Andre Dawson rookie. I mean, that one's in brutal shape. I don't know if I'm going to submit that one. There's a Duke Snyder, Moose Scourin. Then we have a Hal Newhouser. I think that's 53 Topps. Johnny Mize. Is this 51? Yeah, 51 Bowman Johnny Mize. Matty Alou. So one of the Alou brothers. Rocky Colavito. My dad was a big Indians fan growing up, so Guardians fan growing up. Frank Robinson card. I've had these 2 cards in my collection forever, and I just thought it'd be fun to get them slabbed. Al Kaline and Hank Aaron are, obviously in brutal condition, but might submit them. 77 Star Wars. I just think this card is cool. Who will win the first Star Wars? I might not submit all these, but just some cards I'm thinking about submitting. Bill Scourin, Harry the Cat Brackeen, which is actually part of that 49 Bowman set. I figured maybe I'll just get it slabbed because I've become a fan of that 49 Bowman set. Hal Newhouser, Hall of Famer. Willie Randolph, speaking of really bad condition, Willie Randolph, Jack Morris rookie, another card from 49 Bowman, another card for 49 Bowman, Phil Marchildon, Lou Piniella rookie, again, a card that's been in my collection forever, Roy Campanella, Gary Alexander. I think I had some more cards too. Let me just see. Let's see. I think I had some more cards. Harry Thompson. Oh, here we go. Minnie Minoso. Got this Willie Mays, Ashburn, Lou Piniella, Babe Ruth, Irv Palika, 52 Topps. I've submitted this Clemente. I don't think I'll submit it again. It's already come back. Like, they won't grade it. I have this Willie Mays, 65. Bob Gibson, Sandy Koufax, 65. Tim McCarver, Ron Santo, Larry Doby, 55. It's 56. Minnie Minoso, another Don Drysdale, Lou Brock, Carlton Fisk, Craig Nettles, Lou Piniella, Bob Gibson, Juan Marshall, Fergie Jenkins, Tony Kubek rookie, terrible condition. Bob Gibson, Sandy Koufax, kind of like the same card I just showed, but different card player in the middle, Bob Veal. Bo Diaz, Dale Murphy, Lance Parrish, Ernie Witt rookie, Dennis Eckersley. I think this is a second-year card Phil Necro, Nolan Ryan. I think this is a short print. Mike Kuehler, Al Kaline, Nolan Ryan, Tom Seaver, Willie McCovey, Frank Leja. So anyway, some cards. I still got to figure out which of those I would submit, but just wanted to show off a thought around some vintage, maybe a vintage PSA submission. So anyway, I know I've been going on 20 minutes. Just once again here, let's see if I can grab them. My two big epic new pickups, the Roy Campanella and the Babe Ruth Sinella Margarine cards. Two fantastic cards to add to the collection. Thanks guys for watching. I always love sharing some of my big pickups with you guys. Let me know if you have any thoughts in the comments. And thanks for watching, guys. Talk to you later.